Good morning. This is John Register with your Thursday Inspired Thought for January 30th. Only 328 days left to shop till Christmas. Have you ever been interrupted? Like when you're making a great point and someone interrupts you? Well, just how rude. Well, I have been interrupted many times in my life, and probably more times than I care to admit, I have been the one doing the interrupting. So, during this month of January, the Appreciation Month, I am learning to appreciate life's interruptions. Someone interrupting your thought process is just one way an interruption can occur. But what about life events?
You become ill and can't get to work or school. Your car breaks down when you're rushing to an appointment. You're making waffles and the waffle iron won't come on, interrupting your time to get some breakfast.
Interruptions can make us frustrated and impatient. I remember a day when I was rushing to get to our church. I couldn't find my keys anywhere. I looked all over the house. And I looked in my pants pockets. I looked in the dresser drawers. And I was becoming so frustrated because I didn't want to be late. Then finally, they turned up in my pants, the ones I was wearing in my left pocket. Since my left leg is artificial, I couldn't feel the keys. I got in the car, then I drove off to church only to get stuck behind an accident. More frustration ensued. After I got past the wreck, I thought about that accident. It looked as if it happened about 10 minutes prior to my arrival at that spot. Almost the exact amount of time it took for me to realize where my keys were in my left pocket. If I had found those keys just 10 minutes earlier, that might have been I might have been the one that was in that accident as well. In our frustration and impatience, many times we don't realize what the interruption might be saving us from. In our daily bread on January 28th, Julie Ackerman Link wrote, "Inconvenience could be God's way of protecting us from some unseen danger, or it could be an opportunity to demonstrate God's grace and forgiveness. It might be the start of something even better than we had planned, or it could be a test to see how we respond to adversity." In the terrorist attack on 9/11, I lost three friends of mine in the Pentagon. And in the tragedy of all the lives lost that day, there were many lives more that were saved. Many of them because of an inconvenience, an interruption. Greer Epstein of Morgan Stanley, who worked in the World Trade Center on the 67th floor, never took breaks. But on 9/11 at 9 a.m., a coworker interrupted her and coaxed her into a smoke break and go talk about some business. This was going to be downstairs outside of the building. One of the planes crashed right into her office. A scheduling error interrupted a flight attendant from getting on Flight 175, which of course crashed into the World Trade Center. Many others were late going to work at the Pentagon. When I asked why, they said they were interrupted by procrastination. So the next time you can't find your keys, or your car breaks down unexpectedly, or you find yourself sick, think about what interruption it might be keeping you from, or the lesson it might be teaching you. This has been your Thursday Inspired Thought with John Register. Now, go forth and inspire your world. See you next week.